Hello, family of light. It has been a hot minute since I did live here. So I am very excited to be together with you today in this format, in this shape and form on Facebook. So hello. If you're watching me maybe for the first time ever live, please say hello and huge warm welcome to you and our community. One announcement: tomorrow 2 p.m. EST we are holding our another group meditation with the deep energy healing. If you feel worthy of joining community for, let's say, maybe 35 minutes, an hour, and sharing and receiving high frequency, you are welcome to join us. And the link, Zoom link to join the meditation, will be posted as usually in Sovereign Hearts group by Eliza Mozal. And if you are entirely new over here, my name is Eliza Mozal. I am an energy healer and a spiritual mentor. I am absolutely passionate about helping people realize through healing their energy that they are the source of everything that is magnificent, that everything they ever seeked for outside of themselves is already within. So I love to connect them with their divinity. I love to reconnect them with their soul's destiny and purpose, and that's what my passion is. And I have manifested within the last 2 years, I have manifested life of my dreams. And all the years before, let's say about 4 years before that, I was working my ass off in order to do so, and it was not happening at all. I was only going deeper into the depths, farther and farther away from my dream. At least that's how it looked like through the outside senses. Until I started changing few things, and within a few months, bish bash bosh. And my intention for you and for this video is to realize that we are no different. If you are struggling with feeling unworthy, if you are struggling with depression, anxiety, if you are struggling with manifesting your life the way you would like it to be, I get ya. I've been there myself for 95% of my life, and I know what it feels like to feel absolutely and utterly hopeless and helpless, and feel so hurt, so damaged, and so disconnected that it is even not okay for me to ask for help. Or if I'm asking for help, my mind will convince me, unknown to me, how to not receive that help, how to not take that medicine. So if you are there right now at some point of your life, or you have been there yourself, I totally get ya. And my intention for you in this video is to realize, okay, we are no different. If she could do it, I can do it. And it is actually so much more easier than we think. It's just a little bit different wavelength, and we are changing the mindset. So what I wanted to share with you is, hi, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this beautiful space. I wanted first to take a maybe deep breath with you, take you into my jungle. This is actually a jungle with a stream running behind this layer, this fence. It's a puppy-proof fence. Hi, Darren. And there is a little stream over there, and then behind it is a trail, a popular Pinillas trail. So this is the jungle, this is the neighbor. This tree has like so many different plants coexisting one with another, and the frequencies here are really high. That's why I wanted to do this live with you today, because the heat is a little bit lower today, so I can use my incense, they are non-toxic incense, to have the mosquitoes fly away and share with you. So yesterday was a Sunday. Yesterday I got myself at the morning to the beach. It is 10 minutes drive from my home, from this place. And I got myself to the beach, and I just arrived. On the side, all I see is magic everywhere. I arrived, and on the side there is a Spanish, maybe Puerto Rican, older man who is coming there very often. So I seen him many times with his fishing rods, with his beautiful Spanish music, with his beautiful energy, so calm, so safe. Of course, there is a bunch of single ladies with her seats all around somewhere there, enjoying the atmosphere and the music and who knows what else, which is so beautiful. This is something I was not brought up in. I was not brought up seeing older people enjoying their life, enjoying themselves. And that's a video for another story. So for me, seeing that is just so beautiful. It's freedom frequency. It is joy. It is love. It is a beautiful, beautiful energy. And when I was living in Mexico last year for quite a few months, on and off, that's the energy that it was there as well. Freedom, music, these beautiful, juicy, magical vibes. So I got myself there, and my higher power, my higher self gets me standing. I took few stories. If you've seen my stories yesterday, you know what I'm talking about. I took few stories, and my higher self shoot me powerful download, a bunch of information, high frequency energy to open up, to unpack and receive. And it says in this information, stand still, look around, and just notice it all came out of your heart. It was not given to you. It was not gifted to you. Nothing that someone can give you and take it away. You created it entirely from your being, from your heart. Hi, Puccino. Oh, baby Puccino is here. Baby Puccino is here. Oh, baby Puccino. Ali is just over there. And my higher self tells me, stand still and be present with, I love you, Puccino. Stand still and be present with, okay, lickalicious liquors are getting on. So, and it gets me so present. It gets me so present. It's such a presence that you don't even know if you're breathing in or not, because you're so entirely in your being. The air is no longer needed, okay? And I'm taking it all in. And I've been on that beach so many times. That's the new life I have manifested. And the higher self started showing me how I created it. It started showing me what I started doing 4 years ago when I was back in Scotland. And started showing me the decisions I made that majority of people doesn't do. And I'm gonna share them with you right now. And those specific few decisions, they got me exactly to where I am, manifesting a freedom of lifestyle here. Nature, beauty, tropics, beach. The water was so beautiful. It was so refreshing. It was so see-through. It was such a big, like a massive fish over there also, but it wasn't scary. People were not running away. People were drawn to see what is it that is swimming next to them. It was huge, something huge. I have a feeling like it was one of those whale sharks, which, because it didn't need the air to come up, so it was not a dolphin, it was not an orca, but it didn't need the air to come up, but it was showing sides of it. I seen the fin. It was just beautiful. So, and that's the place I manifested myself to be. I was born into maybe let's call it middle class, and majority of my life since I was 5 I was living in a poverty when my parents divorced, and my life was not happy. I was not happy. What I'm trying to say is that I'm standing there right now, here. I can go there anytime I want, anywhere I want, for as long as I want, because I have manifested that. And we do manifest 24/7 whatever it is in our reality. So that's the number one rule. We're manifesting constantly. The question is, what do we manifest? Either we manifest the old, same old. We just simply repeat the same pattern, most of the time trapped in our fascia, in our organs, all the emotions. So we keep on recreating the same sadness, unworthiness, pain, grief, without actually ever fully processing and feeling it. So on a subconscious level, It is there stored in our bodies, but the fear of feeling it makes us run away from it and all around it, which is even lower frequency than the trapped emotions in itself. But that's a really big specific energetics. What I would like you to remember from this sentence is that we manifest 24/7, either the old or something new but entirely random. So we create a number 2 in a really random way. Out of nowhere lottery ticket, out of nowhere job offer instead of actually money, out of nowhere we manifest a beautiful opportunity, but it is not the time or a day in our life that it's actually working or it's possible to jump into. So we manifest either old or either random or mix of them, or number 3, we manifest entirely as we design. Entirely as we design. So the third level, the second and third level, this is what I called energy mastery, and it's not based on being entirely different than it is not that difficult. It's actually our nature. It's actually our natural state of being, and it happens when we realize it isn't about taking on ourselves more, it is actually releasing more. It is actually just releasing more, because energy was designed to flow through us, through the vessel. The cleaner the vessel, the easier it flows. The more clogged up and overflowing with trapped energies that have not been processed yet, pain, grief, unworthiness, abandonment, we all have them. We all have them more or less trapped in our bodies, which is called also a trauma. If that stuff is not processed, the light cannot flow, the energy cannot flow. It is trapped there. So we keep on recreating from the same state of being, and we keep on recreating the same experiences. And because nothing ever stays the same, we either create worst and worst and worst and worst, or we fully jump on entirely new way of being and manifesting, and we create only better and better and better. Please let me know if that makes sense. There is quite a few over here. Thank you for joining. Please let me know what has the most value for you over here in this video, and allow yourself also to be a chain of this high frequency, be a channel that passes on this information to others, so share it. So yesterday when I was over there on my higher aspect command, taking it all in and realizing, oh my goodness, I created all of it. It's like was a moment when I fully own how do you process these emotions. That's actually what I'm teaching in Energy Mastery Empire right now. It is a process. It is a process. It doesn't happen just like that, but it's actually easier than you think. We've had the first Zoom we had a week ago, and I did just like a test sitting with everyone, and within 7 minutes, Laura, everyone released something huge. It was only 7 minutes sitting, and I guided them how to do it. It was so powerful. I will talk about Energy Mastery Empire at the end of the video, so if you would like to stay on or return back, you are more than welcome, so you will know what steps you need to do to process these emotions and allow them to flow in their own timing. Now, when I was standing there and taking it all in yesterday, it was so profound. I could see so clearly. So we have right now 6 planets in retrograde, which means that these planets seem from Earth point of view like they're moving backwards. According to NASA, they are not. That it's only an illusion. But I don't believe in illusions, meaning I believe Earth is just moving so fast forward and backwards. It jumps in between levels of awareness so we can expand the way we signed up for expanding, meaning that lots of old stuff coming up to the surface. I've been experiencing frustration, I've been experiencing anger, and what I do with it is that I don't run away from it. I know I am more than it. So if I am more than it, and if I am not the frustration and anger, why would I run away from it? Why would I be afraid of it? Why would I repeat my old patterns? Thank you for these love hearts. Woohoo! I can fold them. Thank you. You guys are so beautiful. I love you. I so love us to connect. I so love it. So I got off the track for a second. Puccino, my beautiful companion, is just here. Yep. Ali is in the bush trying to chase something. So when we're going right retrograde, so when we're having all these energies, that's a beautiful opportunity to slow down and look at all of those triggers. Every trigger is a blessing. Every trigger is a blessing if you are fully into expansion and growth. So what I did through those last 2 days, I allowed myself to feel it and express it. And I allowed myself to be more still, be more present than I usually am, which is already a great deal. And I allow myself to process. I allow myself to just do what works, walk my talk, eat my own medicine, and allow myself to expand through it all also. And yesterday, right when that was happening, I was shown all the things I did in order to manifest this life. So 3, 4, 5 years ago, I was living in Scotland. I was there for about 17 years. My life, if you don't know my story, I was there for about 12 years, trapped in a mortgage house situation that I've put myself into myself. No one forced me, no one pushed me. I just was so unaware of my own pain, and that seemed like a solution to my internal pain, to my internal struggle. So I was in this house living on my own and paying bills and mortgage set up for 2 people, which placed me in a massive debt situation. 95% of my income, which it was really good actually, was going into the bills and paying mortgage and all the stuff in between. So during that time, there was so much that unfolded. And when I was there, when I 7.5 years ago started shape-shifting my reality, I started realizing, Lordy Lord, I've put myself into it. There is no one here to blame. No one. Of course, subconsciously still there was part of me going and blaming this and that, still my parents, my past, all of it. And more with time, I was with healing, taking my power back. And the more and more I did it, the more I mastered my own energy. And I found myself, where I was living was in between Glasgow and Edinburgh, and 20 minutes drive away was a small, tiny, like a bay beach. Wasn't fancy, wasn't cute, was a little castle over there. Nice place to go, better than none. But the beautiful and fancy and very pretty, gorgeous beaches were about an hour and 10 minutes drive away one way. Okay? Now another beautiful beach was an hour and a half away. This one was huge, magnificent, and it had wild big gray seals even over there, so we could watch them. It was just magnificent. So I started going there, driving farther away. I was not the best driver, but I made myself to overcome these fears, and I kept on going out of my comfort zone. So I had a choice to stay what's available and nearby, that little Blackness beach, or I could get myself out of comfort zone and go for the full-on experience. So the best thing my higher self showed me I did yesterday was that I didn't settle for the mediocre. I didn't settle for anything just to have it. Did I went there and I enjoyed it at least once a week? Of course, yes, I did, with full-on gratitude, being in nature, being at the beach, near sea, near water, imagining myself in the future, living a life of freedom lifestyle in nature, where I can go to nature as often as I want, for as long as I want, any time of a day and night, whenever I want, without being limited by someone as their conditioning, telling me if I can have a day off to do so or not. So, but I didn't settle for that. I wanted full-on experience. So then I started going to Ely Beach, an hour and 10 minutes drive. Right now I have 10 minutes drive, right? We recreate so many similarities from the past. Now I have 10 minutes drive through the bridge, through the Bel Air Bridge. Back in the day was through the Fort Road Bridge in Edinburgh, and an hour 10 minutes. So number one, I didn't settle for just anything. I was still striving for the highest experience. So actually I preferred to even have a half day of work, sometimes even 3 times a week, so I can go there and be in that dreamy state of being and walking as my future self at that beach. I was shown by my higher self yesterday here near my house something I forgot I did. I actually, every few months, I would grab a massive jar, empty jar, glass jar, and I would go to that faraway beach and I would fill it up with water, okay? Now I would bring this jar back home and I would wash my face with sea water every day. Every day. So I feel like I am living at the sea, at the beach, and I can have my face splashed with that water anytime I want, okay? So this is where most people is not gonna go for. That's silly, that sounds stupid, why would I do it? And that particular thing got me into the lifestyle I have created for myself, going outside of my comfort zone, going beyond the regular and limited way of thinking and being, taking actively actions, internal feeling actions. Because when I was there, I wasn't just walking and saying, it's so sad that this isn't my life. Oh, I know the next month I will earn even less money. Yay, how can I have a cheaper experience? No, I was walking there as the person I am right now. This is my freedom lifestyle in nature. This is it. I am here. I am grateful. This is my life. I am in it. It is fully mine. So that energy made the difference. Now, would I be able to do it much faster? Yes. If I would be stepping out of my comfort zone more by investing into the courses and investing into myself with those courses. So I see how afraid I was to cross the limits on my credit card, because I was mostly living from my credit card. I was so afraid to cross the limits, yet I was getting myself deeper and deeper into it. If much earlier I would figure out that, okay, if I'm not gonna invest into my mindset and myself here and now and heal my energy, there is a big chance I will stay there forever. So it took me few years to figure out, oh my goodness, it doesn't matter if I'm gonna use my credit card or savings from doing more overtime. I got to invest into myself here and now, period. Because I am the biggest treasure in my life. That's creating my reality. So it came a point later on when I was 39, when I was at the beach and I had to break the law because we were in lockdown, so we weren't allowed to leave this little county, and I drove an hour and a half to the beach, breaking the law, which is not in my nature. No, ooh, heck no. So I can have some birthday on my own. We were not allowed to see other people, of course, on my own. And after that birthday, I said to myself, never again. I prefer to not even have a birthday if it's going to be again in lockdown, again on my own, and I would have to break the law, which is something I don't want to ever do ever again, in order so I can be me, which is be in nature. And that convictions got me into resetting my energy right after that experience. 4 or 5 weeks later, I've got opportunity right in the front of me. This time I was open and I signed up for one-on-one coaching, and I signed up for the masterclass, and I signed up for investing in myself. Guess how long it took me then to manifest? Because everything I did so far was compounding, but I needed to remove this one more block out of my way. Guess how long it took me? 4 months. 4 months. For 4 years, I couldn't find a way to quit my 9 to 5. 4 months it took me to just follow the guidance, not save up enough, not do enough of overtime, not have enough of promotions in that workplace. That was taking a lot of time, a lot of effort, which I had no more. Because I knew it, that country that I was in, there is a big chance it's gonna go soon again into lockdown. Soon again I'll be repeating same old. And I decided, no, I'm gonna listen to my heart and get myself out of it. How can I do it? Let me invest into that which I create from. And that's what I did. So I wanted to share that with you so you can know every single one of us has an opportunity in the front of us. Every single one of you has an opportunity in the front of us. There is an answer to all of your prayers. There is a solution to that which you believe is bothering you, you no longer want in your reality. How can you do that? You got to shift your energy to the point where you can open up. You can do that in two ways. You can do that in easy way, and you can do it in a hard way. The hard way is allow things to get worse and worse and worse, so we feel so much unbearable pain that you cannot handle anymore, and then all of a sudden you are surrendered. All of a sudden you surrender, you open, and you decide, okay, I cannot live like that any longer. Oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna die. What can I do? What needs to change? All of a sudden the ego shuts down. All of a sudden you put your ego pride into the pocket, and all of a sudden you are open. You are open, you're investing into you. Because you know you are the biggest treasure in your life. You're investing into your mindset, which is the biggest driving vehicle of your life. You're investing into connection with your heart. How do you do it? You use others, people, help and support in order to do so. The people who did it already. Okay, so you can do it hard way, wait for the right time, meaning never, meaning waiting for more pain to come and crush you from inside out in your life, or you can right now just shake it off, whatever holds you back, and ask yourself, how much longer am I gonna be suffering? Because if you feel in pain right now, trust me, whatever you're doing, whatever drives you right now, the same mindset that it have you here and now will drive you into more what you have already. It will not get you out of it. I speak from experience. 4 years blindly, boldly, I was going for my new lifestyle, and it wasn't happening because I had to change the way I was operating, my consciousness. I had to heal my energy and allow myself to receive more help and support, because there is so little we can take ourselves into. Yes, I had to step out more of my comfort zone in all ways. Financial way, pull my credit card again and again and again and again, knowing in my heart I'm investing into me. I'm already in debt. If I will add up more debt by investing into myself, that's the best I can do. The worst I can do is stay where I am with just the same numbers on the screen. So I had to change that. And for every one of us, it could be different. For you, it might be to actually allow yourself to ask for help and receive it. No longer reject it, resist it, saying, no, that's not true. I do feel worthy, but my life is such a mess because of this and that. No. Our lives are a mess. My life was a pure mess because I didn't feel worthy of having my life different than a mess. It was too much pleasure coming from a poverty because it was familiar. It was too much pleasure coming from feeling unworthy because I get to be again the victim. And my mind was blaming someone else, but I was the only one who was creating that. And these are the things we are learning on this journey when we are healing our energy. So that's what I wanted to share with you. It's like, how extreme can you go on investing into yourself? If you are living far away from the beach and your dream is to live near beach, can you go there as often as you can? Doesn't matter how far is the travel, how much more petrol or diesel is gonna cost you. And trust me, in UK the diesel is like 2-3 times more expensive than here. Like, you're really paying a massive amount of money for the petrol or diesel in your car, and the fixes and the repairs. Different story, okay? But ask yourself, can you go to the extreme? If you truly want that experience, how can you bring it into your now moment, here and now? Would you go with an empty glass jar after sauerkraut or olives and bring a now jar full on seawater? Would you splash your face with it every single day so you feel and refeel emotionally and physically the experience of your freedom lifestyle at the beach? Can you do that? Or it is too crazy? If it is too crazy, good luck, you're gonna need it. because you will be recreating what is not crazy, which is actually insane, same old, same old, same old. Albert Einstein talks about us, how insane it is to just keep on doing the same thing and expecting different results. And that's what I did most of my life. And I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know what I didn't know, and that's okay. Now I know what I know, so okay, so what am I gonna do with it? What am I gonna do with it today? And I had a massive wake-up call this morning, again, like a shake, like, whoa, Eliza, wow, shake it off. Whoa, how did you do your meditation this morning? You did it in an old way. Okay, let's do it in a new way very soon. Okay, there it is. And I love these experiences because they're humbling. When we're open to receive and learn and expand, they are humbling. They are really helpful, especially if your ego is out of proportion like mine was. And it still can be. I am just a human. I'm no better than anyone else. I have no wings attached to the back more than anyone else. And that's the beauty of it, that our love can move mountains. The question is, how free do you want to be? And with that said, I would like to inform you that on Friday, I am closing the doors to Energy Mastery Empire. Meaning you cannot join Emma live recordings for the next 2.5 months, 3 months, without joining right now. If you will be kicking, screaming and shouting, you will miss on that experience. So what are we doing over there? We are mastering our energy. The experience is so deep, so profound, yet simple. Very simple. We are creating the foundation by cleansing and purifying our energy. We're creating foundation from which we are manifesting our life's desires. So if your desire, because the thing with the energy is that when you focus on something, let's say, okay, so I have a goal. From now on, I want to be abundant and I want to live in abundance and freedom. You focus on it for how long? How long you can get your focus on it until your old self, your old energy is going to take you out of that focus. How long? Be honest with yourself. 5 minutes? 3 days? 3 weeks? Okay? How long until you will believe, stop doing it, it doesn't work? Okay? That's a really good question. And the more honest you will be with yourself, the better results you will have. Maybe the desire it is for you to have a really passionate, beautiful, romantic relationship in your life. Okay? The question is, how do you really feel about yourself being single? Okay? Or if you are in a relationship and it feels like it's a kind of, okay? How do you feel in that relationship? Okay? How much focus, energy, love, and attention you place on yourself in that relationship? Okay? And be honest with yourself, because it's the same way with whatever it is that we desire to manifest. The same. Everything starts from mastering our energy. So if my energy is rooted in deep unworthiness and lack, the way mine was for most of my life, lots of self-pity, massive victimhood, that's what was my energy. So in order to create new life, I thought I need to put new things on the top of it. Affirmations, this. But I wasn't cleansing the stuff that it was on the bottom, that it was making everything else rotten, that it was just not allowing that other stuff to flourish and be rooted. Okay? I had to go into the unworthiness energy. I had to go into the root cause and fix that. And that doesn't mean that I was broken. That doesn't mean there was something wrong with me. Not at all. It was just different stage of my journey. There's nothing wrong with any one of you. There is nothing wrong that ever been with me. There's nothing wrong that ever been with you. And you never did anything wrong. Nothing. No. It's just that different choices, different life that creates different results. Where are you right now? Where are you right now in your life is a certain collective of patterns taken from your mommy, from your daddy, from your caregivers, from neighbors, from grandparents, without knowing carefully what drives you You are driven by it. You are a marionette. You are pulled by all of those old forces. When you decide to invest your attention, your love, your energy into you, and observe those patterns, become aware of them, of your energy, you become in charge. You can decide which way you go. You can decide what belongs in your life and what's not. And it is a process. Healing energy, releasing energy, allowing it to flow, allowing yourself to realize you are bigger than all of it. Much, much bigger. We did activation in last Zoom on Friday. We did activation. Lordy Lord, I thought my feet are gonna fly me off that earth. It was so powerful. If you would like to join us, Friday is the last day. After that, you will not be able to join us. I am closing the doors. Send me a private message if you would like to join us, if you have any questions at all. Otherwise, get yourself, book your spot before it's too late. So we have left only just over 3 months from this year. How are you going to end that year? Nothing changes if nothing changes. Right now is the best time. We will finish our program in the 1st or 2nd week of December. Perfect for starting a new year in an entirely new energy. Perfect for finishing this year with accomplishments. Perfect for changing your life from inside out from this moment. I would love to have you join us. Send me a private message and we will get you started. I'm sending you lots of love. Stay aware, stay present, love yourself enough to give yourself what your heart desires. You're so worthy, but you're the only one who can prove that to yourself. I love you.